And because we're British, our accents.
Yeah.
Listen.
Come eat me. I don't mind. Respectfully. I'm not talking about how many women you've hit, but me like
Clark it.
But me liking men is such an issue. Like, come on,
It's a
guys.
crime,
Like, I
apparently.
refuse to beg. Like, you will. If you see me beg for a man, I'm ill. If you
I'll
see,
get you up off the floor myself.
I just feel like, and the thing is though, I find that like, because like the black queer scene in London is so small, it's almost like we know everyone. Like there's always a link of a link. If not, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like that's why I kind of like love Pussy Palace, because every time I go, I always meet a follower. Like every time. And I'm like, but then this one guy, he was quite funny to me last week. He was like, oh my God. I was like, hi. He was like, you're famous. I was like, God, I fucking wish. And then he was like, no. And I thought, because respectfully, a lot of like generic looking mixed race men can sometimes get confused with each other. Or people get us confused. Yeah. So I thought you're obviously thinking of someone else, and I'll let it slide because I'm like too many Havanas and it's cool. And then he was like, no, you're the one who says this about that. And he said something very specific. I was like, okay, yeah, you are talking about me. I was like, oh, okay. But it's like, there's always a link. And I think that's why dating in London as a black queer can be quite hard. Yeah. Because if you don't know them, your friend's been with them. And if you don't...
Oh, Jordan, stop.
Am I wrong?
Oh my gosh. It's so true. And I hate that. I hate that so much. But what can you do?
But it gets to the point, it's like, at what point is it no longer like bro code or boy code, right? Because say like...
True. I feel like... Because, let's be real, most people have like kind of spoken to each other. Like, maybe it's been like just a couple messages or like a week, but... Yeah, I feel like it depends on your friends or like who you're around.
There's different levels.
Yeah.
So like obviously I would say we're friends. I wouldn't say we're like obviously like dons, but like we're mates, you know.
So like if I spoke to someone but I don't speak to them anymore and you found them really attractive and want to speak to them, it's not like a big deal.
I don't know. You say that though. I think there's different levels. I personally wouldn't, if I was dated someone and then you were talking to them, I'd be...
Not at the same time.
Well, yeah, obviously not. No, that's really close friends or no friends at all. Yeah. No, but more like, I don't know. Okay, for example, so I know of your friends. I haven't met them, but I know who they are, and they probably know of me, right? Yeah. If they were to be like, okay, I'm talking to who Jord used to speak to, who used to see. They owe nothing to me. I'd be like, okay, like, why are you telling me? Like, good for you. Do you know what I mean? Bang off. Whereas, like, we have each other on, like, our close friends. Yeah. That's a bit different. If I see you, like, booed up, you're like, who the fuck's he talking to? But I wouldn't be, like, vexed.
Then I post them on my close friends and, like...
But I wouldn't be, like, vexed. But, like, I would... Annoyed's not the right word that I'm trying to say, but I would be like, oh, okay, that's a bit...
But do you think it depends on, like, what the level... has been? If it's like speaking to us, like we actually spoken, we've been on dates, we've had sex, that kind of vibe, and I actually liked you, or you know how you could just speak to people and it's kind of like not really.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I get that.
It just depends. I'm a lover boy at heart.
Same. It's hard for us though.
But I'm quite like stubborn and quite reserved, and I think when I like fall for someone, I'm crazy. You know? Yeah. But... Yeah.
That's why I just can't fall for anyone.
You're a better man than me.
Am I though?
There needs to be a midpoint.
I feel like as you get older, the midpoint gets...
But I feel like my patience is actually getting a bit thinner.
Yeah.
So like, let me give you an example. So I was obviously you lot know I love Pussy Palace. So, oh my God, my mum was so confused right when I told her. She was like, so what? Because she's like, she's very relaxed, but she likes to know where I am.
Yeah.
Which is whatever. I live in her house. I'm under her roof. It's cool. So she was like, so where have you been this weekend? And I was like, oh, Pussy Palace. And she was she looked at me and was like, oh, sorry, I didn't quite get that. Where were you this weekend? I was like, Pussy Palace.
Pussies of the Palace.
And she was like, oh, right, okay. I was like, it's an event. Oh, right, cool. So yeah, I was at Pussy Palace last week, and I have never, I don't know what came over me. My friend got me Havana, you know, Havana the rum. It's never been a bit of me, but last week it literally it got me to levels where needed to be. And I remember like loads of my like mutuals and friends with it. It was really fun. It just owns the key to my heart, that place. And I can see this guy looking at me back and forth, and I'm just like, come on, just speak to me.
You know what? I hate that so much. Like, can we bring back moving to people? Like, the eyes aren't enough. They used to work.
Not for me. But we're staring back and forth, and I think, do you know what? I'm not entertaining this. Like, you come to me if needs be.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, Pussy Palace finishes at 4 a.m. This eye back and forth has been going on since about 12. It gets to about 3:30, and he comes up to me. I think at this point he either had like just thought, oh, fuck it, or his friends. I think his friends were like, you need to speak to him. And big up his friends, to be fair. So he comes up to me. I'm dancing with my boys. And he says to me, oh, hi, how's your night been? I was like, yeah, really good, thank you. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. He was, oh, I've been staring at you all night. So I was like,
well, duh.
So why why has it taken you so long to approach me? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
What did he say?
He just laughed. And I thought,
was he laying? Oh, obviously. But was he laying?
He was very handsome.
Okay.
Let me show. I don't know if you'll like him. I thought he was.
We're about to get into the tea.
He was a handsome boy, and I hope he's well, and I hope he misses me. And I don't know if you'll find him attractive, to be honest.
I'm kind of scared now. Okay. Oh, I feel like I've seen him before.
Probably at an event. But I just, my thing is, I just think, look, if you can't even say hello to me.
He has a nice smile.
Yeah. Dentist.
He's a dentist.
More training to be a dentist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I literally, I said to my mates, I was like, yo, this is my future husband. Because I just thought and it takes a lot for me to fancy someone, but I was like, oh my God, this man is gorgeous.
I fancy someone like every week.
Really?
Yeah. It's really bad.
That's okay.
Like, but, fancying someone just keeps you going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like something to talk about, something to think about. And I'm one of them people where I go to sleep creating scenarios in my head.
Oh, we're so real. What's your star sign?
So I'm a Aries Taurus cusp. Because I'm like bang in the middle.
Right, cool.
So if you go on some horoscopes, it will say I'm a Taurus. If you go on others, it will say I'm a Aries. So it's kind of like whatever one you read.
Do you move to people?
You know what? Last year, I tried to be more active into like approaching people at clubs or just messaging people. I don't like it. I
I don't think you can expect too much though if you don't try, and that's a harsh reality I've told myself.
I know, but I just feel like sometimes, I guess everyone has this feeling now. Sometimes it can feel too beggish.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, without a doubt.
And that to me, because I'm not like the best looking person on the world.
Behave.
I can be.
Look at this face card. Come on.
But
humble yourself.
I just feel like I'm just not. Well, this is not respected where I am right now.
Oh, I know the feeling too well.
It's not like. I feel like men now, especially the men I like. I feel like we kind of spoke about this the last time I was here.
Maybe.
Because I was talking about like how I like. Masked men and stuff, tall guys, all that beard. But I just feel like my type now is their type, if that makes sense. Like the guys I like the guys I like.
Can you give me some specifics?
So, I don't know if you probably see my tweets or just my stories, but you know my whole verse agenda.
I do.
And I just feel like, as I said, my type, which I just described, that's becoming their type, if that makes sense. So they like people that look like them.
Right.
And I obviously don't look like my type.
Right.
Yeah. So it just...
Would you ever consider widening your type?
No. Because that's not what I like. Why should I change what I like just because...
I agree. I'm just wondering because I
can, but only to a certain extent. Not like I'm not gonna kind of change my kind of not perspective, but in terms of what turns me on, because I can't change what turns me on.
No, for sure.
So it's like I feel like my type is not that hard to find, but it's also the people that are my type is their personality as well. And there's a lot of rough personalities in the UK.
I feel like you'd really thrive in the States.
I've always said this. I've got niggas on my line from the...
Me and you both.
Don't let me move there. Don't let me move there.
So most of my followers are American. And I did a video...
That's like me on Twitter. Most of my followers are American.
The Americans, they love it. I did a video on feeling like I'm never enough for black men because most black men who I have shown an interest with, they may like me to a certain extent, but if a white twink runs in front, that's who they're prioritizing, right? And like it's crazy and it's fucking annoying. But
is that just because of where you're from originally?
I have that issue when I'm in London. But it makes more sense where I'm from because that's our environment. I can kind of understand it a bit more.
But when you come here, it's kind of like,
come on, there's so many of us. Behave.
So many.
But yeah, a lot of the black Americans ate it up, and they literally said to me, so many of them, they were like, you would literally be eaten alive in the States.
And because we're British, our accents.
Yeah.
Listen,
come eat me. I don't mind. Respectfully, consensually, respectfully.
Let me not start, guys. Let me not.
We're not drinking today, so there's nothing too silly we can say.
True. But yeah, I definitely want to... I've never been before, but I definitely want to go New York next year. LA, Atlanta. I'm a bit scared of Atlanta.
Atlanta looks mint. I think... I want to go to New York for work purposes because I've connected with so many... And it's amazing how much love like American creators show me, and so many of them are in New York. And I thought, oh my god, like this could literally like do the most. This could make things really happen. So I would love to go to. Obviously, I would love to go to New York. Obviously, Atlanta is the black capital, so that's obviously on my tick list. I've heard mixed reviews about LA. A lot of people tell me it's really dirty.
Yeah, there's a lot of homeless people there.
Yeah,
but that's because a lot of people can't really live there because we talk about the prices in London, in LA, where all the celebrities are. Yeah.
You're done out.
You're done out. And it's really bad. I've heard like the homeless situation is very bad. And LA is more of I feel like it's more of who you know.
What? In what sense, sorry?
Just in terms of kind of like when people go LA, is more of they know people from there that can like either get them into places.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because a lot of it is very exclusive from what I've heard. So.
I think that's also the case with London though.
Really? Do you think?
I think a lot of it is about who you know.
I don't know about that.
So let me give you an example. So I'm quite a small creator. But I think a lot of the things I've been able to do in the last few years
is because of who you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think And I remember talking to people about it, and because I literally support everyone. I show everyone so much love. I share everyone's shit because I want my people to do well. So when it's not reciprocated, I'm thinking, well, what the fuck? Like, come on, I'm here for you. So why are you not here for me? And I can remember getting this really cool gig to work with this brand and to like interview people at this fitting. And then I remember one of my mutuals being like, how did you get that? And I thought, where's the congrats?
That is what?
Like, okay, so I'm going to have to beep this bit out. So I am working at something in a couple of weeks, and hopefully, it hasn't been confirmed yet, the email's pending. Hopefully I'm going to be able to, okay, I'm going to keep this bit, I'm just going to blur out the name in case it doesn't happen, so I'm not embarrassed.
Ooh.
Yeah, because he's released, because it's based where I'm from, and he's just released. So basically what they do is they send me a list of the people who are there, and they'll be like, okay, such and such, let me know who you want to talk to. And then,
so it's kind of like an interview.
Yeah, it will be, yeah. Pick who you want to talk to, and then we'll contact their management and the publisher, and then we'll get it confirmed. So hopefully, if God is good.
He is, all the time.
But yeah, I don't know, but maybe that's just my experience. I've heard mixed reviews. I know some people that are like, oh no, like everything's like daisies and flowers. And then I've heard other people be like, no, like it is very like...
I feel like in terms of London, what you're talking about is right, but I think that's in terms of just opportunities.
Okay, yeah.
When I'm talking about LA, obviously opportunities as well, but I like just having fun in general.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, you know, a lot of like these places in LA are very exclusive for like celebrities and stuff because that's kind of who's around all the time.
And it's catered for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in London, definitely, when it comes to opportunities, yeah, it's definitely about who you know.
Just wait till I'm living in New York and you lot are like, oh, yo, what you saying? I'm chilling with my shooty Gatwa in New York. None of you can reach my line. All on our sex.
Oh, did you see the picture he posted?
Which one? I see all the pictures he posts. Who are you talking?
The topless one.
Shooty Gatwa. That man just needs me so bad. He just needs me. And I feel...
You got a man though?
Doesn't matter. And I feel in the sense that like I feel sorry for his man because when he meets me it's over. It's cut, it's reversed, it's non-existent. Obviously like I don't...
Who's that?
Who that? I'm a patient man though, I can wait. No, but to be fair, like in like for real, like I'm so admirable of his career.
Yeah.
I think what he's achieved as a black man, as a black gay man is incredible. I'm rooting for his success. I find it mad in the way that we haven't met. Like, not like to be like, oh, we haven't met, but like I don't know if you find this, but I've got so many mutuals with him. Like so many of my mutual. But when I say mutuals, I say that loosely because I don't mean friends. I just mean people who
I heard he used to live in Tottenham.
Pass. I know he's bought a house, but I don't know where.
I feel like I've heard he used to live in Tottenham. And Tottenham's literally like down the road from my house.
Maybe because he's Scottish and he moved here to do acting and stuff. So maybe, maybe. Respectfully, obviously Tottenham's like quite cheap than like most places in the city. So maybe I don't know. I don't know the circumstances. No. All I know is that we need to meet and we need I need to interview.
It'll happen soon. But when it happens, just be ready. Just be ready to get married on the spot.
Do you want to get married?
I do. I'm a romantic. I'm such a romantic at heart.
Interesting.
But I feel like my romantic needs just needs to be catered to.
Yeah. But you know what it is though, if I'm being honest? Like I do find that like all the specifics and like the things that need to be catered to, that won't be an issue for who's for you.
Exactly.
Right? Because I think dabbling with the wrong people and people who have maybe liked me more than I've liked them and people that I've liked more
than they've liked you.
Thank you, yeah. It just makes me realise that like a guy will do the most if he wants you.
If he wants to,
yeah. Like there's no like second guessing or having a doubt or dabbling back and forth.
Have you been in a relationship before? You haven't? Okay. Yeah, but what you're saying is very true because, yeah, when you've been in a relationship, you know, like, that's your person, depending on how the relationship is, of course.
Yeah.
But it's always a thing of you understand me and I understand you. So like, you know what makes me happy, you know what will get me going, you know what will make my day. And if you care enough, you do all those things.
Yeah. Like,
and it won't even be like stress or like, oh, I have to do this.
You want to do it. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't think compromise seems to be something that's just so frowned upon. I'm just thinking, like, if he wanted to, he would. Do you know what I mean? If he wanted to, he would. Like,
unless there's like some dramatic like situation or like, you know, something like distance or something that's kind of out of your control. If it's in your control, then if he doesn't do it, he doesn't like you. He doesn't like you enough.
100%. Agreed.
Do you want to get married?
No.
You don't want to get married?
I think... Do I say it?
Yeah, say it.
I think that...
We're all listening.
I'm so for my friends and people getting married. However, I just think because whenever I think of marriage, I think of tradition. And when I think of tradition, I think of straight people. And I just feel like there's nothing about my relationship which I want to be on similar ground to straight people. And for me, personally, marriage doesn't align with me because it just doesn't... the idea just makes me uncomfortable because I just think this whole structure has been made for straight people. So why would I want to partake in that? However, though, like saying that, obviously, if any of my gay friends get married, you best bet I'm at the front screaming and crying with happiness.
Yeah.
I just think for me, it's something that doesn't really, it's not in my frequency.
Yeah. And that's understandable.
You know?
I know a lot of gay people that don't want to get married. I completely understand why.
I like the idea of a civil partnership.
Is that not what gay marriage is, though? Is like,
I mean, it was. I just think it's like a sign of affection without making it less messy if things don't end well.
Okay.
But then I do like the idea of marriage in the sense that like you have like a long-term commitment to each other, you know? And also, I don't want to like lips in front of my parents.
Oh, that's not.
My mum would cry with happiness, obviously. But I don't know if I want to be part of that, to be honest.
Yeah, that seems so awkward. Oh my god.
But no, I'm so for like my gay friends getting married. Like I think even, do I know anyone that's getting married? Yeah, I actually do. I know people that are getting married who are gay, and I'm so happy for them. It just isn't for me.
Yeah.
You know? But
I think it's for me just because, like I said, I'm a romantic. I want to get proposed to. So if you're my husband to be, and you're out there,
come on,
I want to be proposed to on the beach and get married on the beach. I've recently discovered I want to get married on the beach.
I like the idea.
It seems a bit messy though, but I want to do it.
You can get in there, but like I've seen it because I have a friend who got married on the beach, and she had it where like she had like these decks covering everything. Yeah. So that there was no stand. There was like all these like floorboards. It was very clever, and she looked great.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Like that. Imagine. First of all, imagine the pictures. Like if a man ever done that for me.
What colour suit would you wear? On the spot.
Baby pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you want matching?
No, they're gonna have to wear baby blue. Respectfully.
Cool.
Or white. Yeah, either that or white. But
I like do you know what is right? I love white, but I'm such a messy. I mean, I'm not going to get married, so it doesn't matter. But I'm such a messy person. It's just kind of like.
Oh, you on your wedding day? Imagine coffee on it.
On my civil partnership day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then in my head, maybe like I haven't met the right person to make me think differently.
See, that's also another thing because people can change depending on.
Yeah, and I'm open to the idea of changing. I'm like
you could be really in love with someone, and you could be like, you know what, I want to marry you today. Well, not today, but you might change your mind
sooner than later.
Yeah,
yeah. It
depends because love can get you there. Love can just twist your world. I'm telling you. Especially for the right man. You'll make all the compromises in the world, which. You know, it can turn you crazy, but that's why love is dangerous. Or loving the wrong person is dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in love.
I have. Twice. Yeah, twice.
Third time's a charm. Come on.
Getting to that third time seems very difficult.
Man, the thing is, right, do you know what my issue is? I complain so much about being single, but I leave my house minimal. I do a podcast where I get to meet people, but respectfully, there's been very few people that I've had.
Are you picky? Ish.
With certain things, but I've noticed when I really like someone, those things that I want don't seem to matter.
Oh, like icks. You know, like certain icks don't matter if you really like the person, but certain icks are like default.
Yeah, it's yeah, and it kind of. But you know what? Let me try and do this let me try and do this whilst being somewhat subtle. So my big thing has always been teeth. I'm a real teeth person. I need a nice smile. I need good teeth. However, someone who I liked very recently, their teeth aren't it. They aren't it. And I literally thought, I was like, yo, you must really like this guy because usually you would like cut that off straight away.
See, that was me as well. It's not that the teeth was bad. It just wasn't.
They're not my standard. And I think because I have good teeth, I expect the same. But like, I would pick good teeth over most things. I would pick good teeth over an amazing body, over a good face. It's just like, I don't know what it is. It's the first thing that I always look at, which is why when I saw my beautiful friend, I was
and
like,
he's a dentist. Well, they won't know.
He won't watch it.
Are you sure? You never know. You actually never know these things.
Like, he left me on red. He won't watch it.
Oh no. Okay. I hear it.
Yeah. I just like I refuse to beg. Like you will. If you see me beg for a man, I'm ill.
I'll get you up off the floor myself.
I just can't do it. I'm sorry. Like I'm not at that point yet. I don't think I'll ever be at that point.
I love this like Nikki pose that you're doing right
now. Do not associate me with that fucking. Do not associate me with that fucking woman. Respectfully.
By the way, big up Jamaica.
I am also Jamaican, but my t-shirt is absence. Big up St. Catherine's and all that every block that time. Come on. But before we move on, I just want to talk about something really quick. So like, I'm finding a lot at the moment, and I don't know how to say it, it's like being abrupt. Because people like, do you know what the thing is? Right? I feel like when I meet people, people get quite surprised that I'm actually like somewhat, this is going to sound so big-headed, but like people get surprised that I'm actually somewhat approachable. Because of the things I talk about and because I say it with, I guess, confidence in my voice, when people meet me and I'm like, I think I'm relatively timid, quite calm and quite reserved. It's quite surprising to some people, yeah? And there was a point to that, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, sorry about what I'm about to talk about. I'm finding a lot at the moment, right? And like, this has always been a thing for like forever, but it just seems to be very present in my For You page and the people I talk to. Okay, I just feel like a lot of black men, and respectfully, like obviously not the mixes, not the lighties. Okay. A lot of like, there's a more technical word to use, but I cannot think of what it is. Fully two black parents, black men, right? Gay men specifically, are interested in other dark-skinned black men, but will cater or are very happy to fiddle about with lighties.
Do you think?
I've had, how many encounters have I had recently with it? About 2 or 3.
So they just don't like dark-skinned men.
So like, I
love black men in all shades.
I love all of you lot. I'm not.
See, I wasn't really into light skins, no shade. I actually wasn't into light skins until this year. It's been unlocked. I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened, but you know.
For another day. I like all of us. I like all of us. And like, I just don't, and the worst thing is these men talk so loudly about it. Like I've seen enough for it to be a problem. I've seen like so many black men who have vocalized it and made it so clear that like they only mess with lighties, right? And
That's crazy. I thought we left that behind in like school.
Like I've had black men approach me recently who have like made this very clear to me, like, oh, like I only really mess with light skins, right? And like initially I kind of entertained it, but then like I kind of had like a reality check and was like, as a light-skinned black man, we're part of the problem. I don't want to contribute to that. Do you know what I mean? I have dark-skinned friends who have had to deal with this crap, right?
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm encouraging bad behavior and I'm looking sideways at dark-skinned black men for not giving other dark-skinned black men a chance, to be perfectly honest.
It's kind of like a similar way of like, you know, straight black men liking white women and hating on black women. Kind of.
Yeah, somewhat.
Kind of loosely.
Because, and I remember this guy talking about it, and he basically said the reason why he likes mixed race light skinned men is because they're closer to being light and closer to being white.
See, I knew that was going to be the reason.
But what I will say is...
Do you think it's because they don't want to fully commit to dating someone that's fully white? So it's kind of like...
No, I don't. I think it's more the idea that like they would rather be with someone who's white. However, a light-skinned person is somewhat plausible.
See, that's what I mean. Like they don't want to fully
move the mic slightly more to you, just so.
Like this.
Are you able to like turn it like me? Can you do that? Does that work?
Like this.
Yeah, push it like just to the. Yeah. Okay. Speak.
Hello.
One more time.
Hello.
Okay, cool. Proceed, please.
Yeah, like I said, like it's kind of like they don't want to fully commit to dating someone that's just, you know, fully white. So it's kind of like the best of both, I guess. I don't know.
It's not the same. It's not the same though.
But I don't know. I just can't understand it.
Let me try and do some digging and find the video and I'll forward it on to you.
Please.
I feel 50-50 about it because in a way I feel like I respect you for talking about it. But then at the same time I think sometimes some things don't need to be said.
Not everything needs to be voiced.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like I actually low-key have sometimes more respect for people who feel a certain way but don't say.
Yeah, just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, I'm not... Yeah. Because people can have suspicions and think it, but you're not confirming it.
Yeah, because it's like, now that you've said it, I have no choice but to react to it.
Yeah.
Whether that's emotionally, like, I have no choice. I can't ignore it now because it's you know the information. So I don't know.
I look and I do look sideways at the lighties for encouraging it because one of your parents is a dark-skinned person. More, I mean, not necessarily, but more than likely it is. And it just, I don't know. I just think people need to fix up, to be honest. But yeah, I remember having these conversations multiple times in the last few weeks, and I just thought, what the fuck? So like, obviously, I was having fun with I say fun's a bit of a strong term. I was socializing with a dark skin. No. I was socializing with a dark skinned man in Pussy Palace, and I remember someone texting me saying, like, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm still here talking. And their response was, oh, not with the black boy, is it? And I thought...
what? Wait, sorry.
This man is also black.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan, no, honey. See, I've never, like... That's never been a thing for me. I'm
not happy about it. Like, I'm not for it. I don't subscribe to it at all.
That's never been
I like all shades of black. You're all a bit of me. You can all have me. Not for free, but... Well,
heavy on that. Yeah, that's crazy. I couldn't even imagine one of my friends saying that to me. Maybe because I know none of my friends would ever say that. But
can I say though, like these people aren't my friends. These are just people who I've had conversations with or had like an initial attraction, and then that got said, and I thought, for fuck's sake, man.
You know when people just ruin it, like you're so good looking, but then you open your mouth.
Do you know what I mean? We haven't even made it to date number 1, and you're already moving a bit too mad for me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Now I have to lock you off.
Now I have to lock you off. My mum says to me that I'm too picky, but do you know what it is though? Right? I'm not being funny. I get told quite often that I'm too picky, right? I'm too picky and I shouldn't be so picky. But like straight men are so picky. Straight men literally have such restrictive like limits and filters, right? And no one like batters an eyelid when they do it.
See, they have all these filters, but will still have sex with the people that aren't in their filter.
But then like we're unfortunately dealing with less of a choice, therefore we're expected to like lower what we want.
Like everything. It's kind of like when you know when you have that like girl and she's like, oh, this happened to me recently. I was on my way to Booty with Taz, and
big up Taz,
big up. And this girl, I was coming out the shop getting my alcohol, getting my pre-drink on, and then this girl, she came up to me, she was like, oh, are you gay? Are you a bottom? I'm like,
so invasive.
And I was like, well, yes. She's like, oh my gosh, I've got a friend for you. She was with this other girl. I've got a friend for you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh. And then she showed me the friend. The friend wasn't ugly, but it was like,
Was the friend there?
No.
Okay.
She showed me like his like Instagram or something.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, okay. She's like, how tall is he? She's like, oh, how tall is he? She's like 5'8". I said, babe, it's okay. She's like, no, but please. No, girl. I was like, that's crazy. Like, you think just because I'm gay, I'm gonna like any gay person?
We're expected to limit like our wants and needs. Yeah, very dumb. Bad move, babe. Bad move.
Yeah, like just because I like men doesn't mean I like all men. And that's kind of the thing, like, you know, where some straight people think because you're gay, you might be attracted to them. And it's usually the ugly ones as well.
So I've got a friend who's straight, and I have like quite a few gay friends. And he said to me once, he was like, oh, like, do you get with your mates? I said, no. I said, why would I do that? And I was like, he was, I
mean, a lot of gay people do get with their mates. I'm not going to They do.
I've kissed a couple of my friends, but like majority no. They're like brothers. It's fucking weird. And I remember saying to him, he was, oh, why not? And I was like, because they're my friends. And I said to him, I was like, okay, do you have female friends? He said, yeah, of course I do. I was like, have you got with any of them? He was like, why would I do that? And I thought, why? Like, I find that like gay friendships are so heavily sexualized. Like,
yeah, they are.
People can't fathom and accept the fact that like you can be friends with someone who's gay and it's not sexual. Do you know what I mean? However, these they're my brothers, they're my homeboys. Like they're not that we're not dibbing and dabbing. And I just think like why do people feel the need to always make it sexual? Like it's important to have gay friends. I feel
like as gay people we've internalized that though.
In what sense?
Just because a lot of gay people tend to do sometimes mess with their friends.
If I say something right now, I'm going to get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, well, don't do that. That's for off camera. But
yeah.
Is sadly it's true, but in most cases it's not. Like if we're friends, we're friends. Like I don't know why is always a thing of needing to be together. I feel like people just can't fathom gay friendships sometimes, especially when they feel like they suit. Like it's a match kind of physically, I guess. Yeah,
and to be honest, I'm guilty of it. I have said to people before, oh, like, has anything happened between... My mum's the worst for it. My mum's the worst for it. She'll be like... I won't say they're gay or whatever. I'll just say I've got a friend, and I have like quite a fair few friends from like all over. So I think it's hard for her to remember who's who.
Yeah.
So I have a friend who's bi, and he's very good looking. And I literally didn't even. All I said was, "Oh, I'm meeting my friend." My mum was like, "Oh, is your friend?" I said, "Why does it matter?" And she's, "Oh, I'm just asking." And I was like, "But like we're friends, mum. Like things don't happen." And my mum also has a lot of male friends. I say to them, "Oh, has anything?" And she's like, "Why would it happen?" I'm like, "Well, come on, like it's a constant double standard."
Yeah,
do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm like, just let me live, man. Platonically.
But what'd you get with that friend?
Well, I spy with my little light-skinned eye.
Well, she's not completely. Okay, let's see. Okay. I can see the appeal.
Okay, so we're gonna play.
That's your friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shorter than you.
Oh, yeah, I got that from the picture.
Really? Mm-hmm. Fair. Okay, right. We're going to play a game. I didn't realise this until not too long back, but like a lot of guests have always tried to sing the song, right? Like, I've been there all night, Ariana. I've been there all day.
Oh, you want me to do the rap, don't you? I can do it.
Oh, it's all right, man. It's all right, you know. Like, we're not barbs on this show. Sorry, I'm not a barb on this show.
Yeah, he's not.
You'd get on really well with my friend Alex, because he is like,
I think I saw that episode.
If not on the same level as you, slightly higher. He has seen, how many times has Alex...
I think I've seen the episode. Yeah, he is.
How many times has Alex seen Nicki Minaj live?
I've seen her 6. No, wait.
It's definitely double digits.
Oh yeah, mine's not double.
And he's literally, this year, Wireless, London, Manchester, Amsterdam, Dublin. I'm pretty sure New York as well in a few weeks.
She just did New York yesterday. I really want to go. But I did Wireless, Birmingham, and London. But Birmingham, her team gave me a ticket, so...
Really? Fair. Love that for you. I do, to be fair, her show did look very good. I will give her creds where due. And I think maybe I might partake if there's like a leg two in the UK, but we'll see. But yeah, okay, so you know the drill. So it's called Side to Side. The way in which it works is I give you 2 options, you pick a side and you give your reason why, and I will do the same. Okay? Okay. Dating a baby gay or a DL?
Baby gay as in like they're younger?
No, they're fresh.
Oh, they just out. Discovered themselves.
Yeah.
Double homicide. I'm going to say baby gay only because at least I know you're not like hiding away from anything. Like there's kind of no restrictions. The only problem is you still need to like obviously grow in like your new discovery and everything.
Yeah.
But with DL is like, especially at this age, is like you still DL and you're still, because some DL people are cool, but it's like I can't be with you. Do you mean like be with them or just dealing with them?
Be with them.
Oh yeah, no, because it's not gonna go anywhere. I can't hide away from the world with you.
I think there's different levels. I remember talking to Ray about this. There's obviously the ones that are just out to their family. I personally think I could deal with that to an extent. To an extent. If you're out of your friends, okay, cool. Because I remember...
Yeah, it has to be like family and friends.
Yeah. But it depends what your needs are, to be honest. Because how fully experienced are you? And you know, how fully experienced are you? Because I know... Oh, God, I've just got PTSD. Because I know... I've met DL men that have been very catering, very kind, very compassionate. We just there's just nothing public. I can remember, oh my God, I feel like I'm going to...
And that's the thing with some DL men aren't like... DL is just the name for them, basically. They're, like, when you meet them, completely like normal. Some of them very wayward, but like there's literally some DL people that are literally just DL by name.
There's definitely like a range, and I think when we think of DL initially, it's literally like no conversation, fucking
blank grinder
profile, no show face. That's crazy to me. And I've known friends, obviously not anymore because we're all mature. I've known friends that have like met people not knowing what they look like.
I could never. I couldn't. I couldn't.
And I've literally always said to them, like, look, send me your location so when you get fucking killed, I know where to push you to. Do you know what I want to say?
You're gonna say DL, aren't you? You are.
I think so. You are. I don't want to, but
I understand why.
If you can if you can give me, I'm not a PDA person. If you can give me, because it's not even like a physical thing. Honestly, that's not what it is. But you could be DL and be like experienced in relationships. I don't think, and like even though I haven't had a relationship, I've had so many situationships I've lost count. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I've had like all the shit parts of a relationship.
You can be a baby gay, but you'd only be experienced in straight relationships if you're bi.
I don't want to pick DL. I'm gonna I think I'm just...
You're gonna pick DL. Yes. It's fine. You get your DL, man.
Dating Caribbean men or dating African men? We're just so similar.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's so funny you ask this because this is like a thing for me. Like, if you're my friend, you will know. I'm gonna say African men.
So am I.
Yeah, but why?
I love my culture.
Yeah, of course.
I love my culture. I love my people. However, Jamaican culture is so present and prestige to the point that I've like, have I ever done anything with a Jamaican man?
Oh, yeah, I have. Well, yeah. Well.
Yeah.
All my exes have been African, though.
And I just find that a lot of the traits and a lot of the ways that Jamaican men move is very similar to like my uncles and cousins.
Yes.
So it kind of feels like I would be dating a relative.
Okay. Not in that. Okay, I wasn't gonna go that far.
Like in the way they behave, it's very similar. And even though obviously we're all black, African men, their approaches and the way they move is very different.
Yeah.
So I had a situationship with a man who was Egyptian, and it was so interesting because we don't talk no more. Big up him, but like, we got on. But we were so well synced, and but we were still able to share similar like shit we go through. But it's also very different. Like, Egyptian and Jamaican culture are very different. We don't really have similarities in that sense. But and like obviously I'm not like anti-Jamaican men because if I meet
my future husband ends up being Jamaican, I'm not going to be mad. Like, okay,
not at all. But it just
not someone I would initially.
No, but I'm very open. I
feel like for me,
I'm leading to the Africans, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like for me is more of, like you said, you've seen how men in our family move, and
there's that as well.
Jamaican men, we don't have to say too much about them because we know, we know, but I feel like for me as well, I feel like African men tend to be a bit more... How do I say this? They're willing to just make you... I don't know how to say this, but I feel like they're a bit more attentive in terms of like leading.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I can vouch.
It's like, for me, and obviously I don't want to bring the whole heteronormative stuff in, but I think just for me personally, I want a leader, of course. I want someone that I can feel safe around, and I want someone that I can rely on. But don't get me wrong, men in general, like...
From the jump.
Yeah, from the jump.
All around the circle.
But just in terms of like... And obviously this goes back to like tradition and values and stuff. Like African men just tend to value like just taking care of someone more.
I think African men are more rooted in their traditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, for better or for worse, to be honest, actually, when I think about it.
Yeah, sometimes it can be quite detrimental as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like...
Yeah.
But with... I'm not going to say just Jamaican men, but I'm only saying Jamaican because...
I can't speak for other Caribbean countries, to be honest, because I don't know what they're like. I don't know if they move similar or not.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I just want to be treated like a princess, you know, and I feel like most Jamaican men just don't do that for me.
Big of the Jamaicans.
And Jamaican men have a lot of, like, just Caribbean men in general, they have a lot of hair, like, all the cameras and the twist and the locks. It's not for me.
Oh, yeah, you like... See, I was like that.
But times have changed. Everyone's got hair now, so you kind of just have to get what you get.
I just feel like, I don't know, I think having short hair makes me look really young. I think I look older with bigger hair. Like,
yeah, I like this.
Thank you.
I like this.
Thank you very much.
I can't remember. You didn't have this hair last time.
This is fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this.
It has been a while, to be fair. Cool. African men for both of us then. Cool. Okay, right. So, blocking an ex or keeping them on socials.
There's no in between. There's no like just unfollowing. It's just block or keeping them there.
No, because I feel like if you unfollow, you can still pre them. You need to be able to like...
Oh yeah, no blocking then. No. You need to pre. And they do. That's all I'm going to say on that.
I find... Do you know what I've made, right? And this has been like my like biggest gift. I don't know if gift's the right word. And this was actually Aaron who kind of like pointed me in this direction.
Shout out Aaron.
Shout out Aaron. That's my brother. That's my boy. A burner account.
Oh, like on Twitter?
No, like on Instagram.
On Instagram. Oh, Finsta. Oh, okay, not a Finsta.
No, so mine's
like an actual fake account.
Mine's literally just random numbers and letters.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want to satisfy people knowing that I'm preying them. But some people just look with no fucking like fear at all. You know?
Oh yeah, I'm one of those people.
You know, you see people.
I ain't got time. If I need to pre, I'm not make. If I'm in the views, then hi. But I didn't know people. I thought those were spam accounts until, like you just said, people just make accounts with random numbers. So when I'm looking at like who's viewed my story and I see these random, I'm thinking this is spam, surely not.
I block them. Like, I always block them.
Do you? I should start doing that.
Yeah.
But I don't really put anything that like that on my story.
Neither, but I just feel like have some balls and follow me on your main.
But that's the thing. You do you not just say you have an account like that?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm a hypocrite. Well, the rules apply differently to me.
Okay.
No, they don't. There are certain people that I like to see what they're saying, and I'm not going to give them the enjoyment of them seeing it's me who's preem.
No, yeah, I hear
But do you know what it is, though? To be perfectly honest, because if it was the other way around, I would know it's me. Does that make sense? So they probably do know it's me. However, there's no confirmation.
There's no confirmation.
No.
Like, if they ask you, what is that? What's user? Who's that?
Not a Scooby. No clue. Okay. Northwest or Blue Ivy?
Northwest or Blue? Oh, Northwest. Northwest is funny. Northwest is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, that girl is outside. Like, when I saw her at Kendrick's, when he did that concert in LA, where he performed Not Like Us like 5 times, I'm like, this girl is outside more than me. Like, she is connected as well. Like, obviously because of her parents, but I don't know. She's a fun kid, man. I'm sure Blue's fun as well. And Blue's like obviously very talented as well. Because I saw her at Renaissance last year.
She's so talented.
Yeah, I feel like they're both good kids, man.
Yeah,
but I'd say North just because I guess the Kardashians are just more public anyway, so we're gonna see more of how North is than Blue. But that's all I can judge on, you know.
Yeah,
that's all I can go off. So I'm gonna say North.
Yeah,
but big up those two.
Yeah, I mean, I'm picking Blue Ivy for the way. I just think she's so fucking talented.
She's so talented,
and I'm very excited to see where she goes. I'll tell you why I came up with this one. I was watching Raven Simone's podcast the other day. You ever seen it?
No.
Oh, so messy.
I can imagine Raven having a podcast, girl.
And she was talking to her wife and this other guy whose name I can't remember, and they were basically saying if there was to be like a new recast of Annie, who would be Annie, Northwest or Blue? And I want to say Raven said Blue, but the guy said North because she's so messy and she lives in Cuckoo Land. I'd love to see how it pans out. Which I just thought, you know what, valid.
That is hilarious.
I want to have an ego like Northwest's, but if that was my dad, you can't really
see. That's the thing. She's so much like her dad. Like, oh my gosh, that man. Like, that is definitely his daughter.
Have you seen the video? Must be about 3-4 years old, where she's like singing it at Paris Fashion Week, and Kim's like crying.
She's crying. She's holding her phone like.
It's so bad, and she's literally there.
No, she's hilarious. She's hilarious, and she knows everyone. Like she view every celebrity is hilarious.
Yeah, everyone fucking loves her mum, so they're going to. Even though like Kim Kardashian obviously like isn't technically talented, she's well respected. She's well respected, and she's outside. But I just find it comical. She just makes me laugh. But yeah, no, Blue Ivy, that's my that's my girl. Yeah, and I mean, if I feel like if I can ever somehow, some way find some kind of link to Blue Ivy, that makes me somewhat closer to meeting her mum, who's also my mum. So yeah.
Oh, we have a hive in the building.
I don't know if there's anyone that Ariana Grande. I was about to say I don't know if there's anyone that I actually really, really stand, but I was like, no, Ariana. Till I die. On that Internal Sunshine tour, I will be at the very front.
If she does it.
I hope she does. Yeah, I hope she does. And if she does, it's going to be like one fucking show. I'm
really upset that I missed the Sweetener tour.
It was very good.
Did you go?
I've been on all her tours.
All of them? Oh.
My Everything. What was the other one? Dangerous Woman. And she's my favorite singer. I love her. I love her. She's just, yeah. I don't really like it. It's weird because like it's not really the music that I like. It's weird when I think of my taste, it's more like R&B and like rap. But Ariana Grande she's just too talented. White women's supremacy.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite white woman. That is my favorite.
There's not many.
There's not many, but her
Ariana Grande.
Definitely.
Yeah.
She's one of us.
Well, yeah, she was black for a bit, wasn't she, to be fair? I saw this on Twitter and it was like, oh, I really miss Ariana being black.
Blackiana. That's what they call her. That's what they.
Fucking hell. Right. Okay. Sauce in the fridge or sauce in the cupboard?
I'm gonna say in the cupboard. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I just think I'm eating hot food. Why is the sauce cold? Like, imagine me putting cold barbecue sauce in my burger. No.
I like it. I think it's refreshing.
No.
But then I found out. So if you like, say you have like a tub of like ketchup or mayo or whatever, if you then put it in the fridge, you only have X amount of time until it's like meant to not be used no more. Whereas if you leave it in the cupboard, it can last for ages.
But it says, doesn't it say on the thing, keep it in a cool...
Yeah, probably. But I just love it in a fridge.
No. I can do mayo in a fridge. Mayo in the fridge, I can do that. But
what about
barbecue sauce...
What about chocolate in a fridge?
Oh, yeah, chocolate in a fridge.
Yeah.
Chocolate in a fridge.
People are always like, oh, that's so wrong. Like, you can't do that because they don't do it in supermarkets. I'm like, well, what supermarket has space?
And it doesn't matter. I'm eating it.
Yeah.
Like... Who gives a fuck? Like, chocolate digestives in the fridge.
Interesting.
In the fridge, definitely. Because I don't like when I now eating it and it's all like getting sticky and it's melting. I like the crunch.
No, I have digestives at home, so the first thing I'm going to do when I get home is throw some in the fridge.
Yeah, throw some in the
I'll
fridge.
give you a report
change your life.
Okay, right. So let's spin. How many weeks has it been since Carnival?
Like two.
Yeah. I really haven't timed this well, have I? But hey, we're here. So, I've never been, and it really depresses me.
You've never been?
So, like, do you know what my thing is, right? So, like, because the bank holiday, there's always so much going on, right? That weekend, there's too much, and it's just never been it will be next year. And it's just never been it's just never been a priority. And my parents, respectively, it's quite clearly never been a priority to them. Because I said to my mum not too long ago, I was like, have you ever been? And she was just like, no, I haven't. And I don't feel did I even ask her for a reason? I think she was just like, I just haven't been. And I was like, okay, do you know what, whatever. And I don't think my lot it just isn't something that's like a priority to them, which each of their own, whatever. However, that I do really want to go.
You should.
But talk me through Carnival, what are you saying?
From what? Just a lot of people.
Yeah. You looked licked from what I saw.
I was. The picture that I posted, the one was on the floor.
Yeah.
That was the peak. Like, there was flying around everywhere. And yeah, when I took that pic, I was gone. But in a good way. I didn't fall off. But it was a good time. I would say last year was better just because we went in a smaller group. Like, I don't recommend going Carnival in a big group because everyone's going to want to go different places, do different things.
And you won't find each other after.
Yeah. It's better to just go in like a group of like 5, 6.
How many of you are in your group?
See, I didn't just go with my group. I went with friends from uni. Some of my friends went with their friends from uni. Like, it kind of all just...
But like in your together. Like circle, how many of you are there? Like 6?
Yeah, 6, 7.
Okay, cool. That's a good number. Yeah. It just looks ratchet as fuck. Like, honestly, like... So,
it is.
Like, I saw a video and I couldn't believe when I saw it. One, I was like, how is this happening? And two, who's fucking recording it? I saw a video of like an auntie whining on this kid. And I was like, oh yeah. And when I say kid, I mean child. Not even like teenager, like actual like
child.
Like 7 years old.
It's ridiculous.
Wait, no, he must have been younger. Because he was that small to the point that someone picked him up. This man picked him up after and put him on his shoulders.
Oh, yeah, no. That's so inappropriate. I was like,
what is wrong with you lot? And like, why are you lot recording it?
Instead of stopping it.
You're just as bad. You lot need to be locked up.
Yeah, it gets wild over there. And I feel like as time goes on, it gets more and more packed. Like, is ridiculously packed now. But I would say just kind of plan the day as best you can. Like they have this new thing now where you can download a map and it will go on like your Google map or something and it will tell you where everything is.
That's good.
So yeah, I think they just introduced that last year. But it's good, like, just so, like, plan where you want to go and kind of so you just don't get lost in the crowd and end up not really doing anything.
Tell you something that I learned, like, literally, like, 2 or so weeks ago, how, because obviously, more than not, and I didn't know this actually as a Jamaican, I'm quite embarrassed to be honest, but I didn't realise that, like, the roots of Carnival don't, I mean, I knew it didn't fully come from Jamaica. I just thought we had a contribution, but there's literally, like, nada, nothing. Because this guy was saying online, he was like, obviously, if you're Jamaican and going to Carnival, it makes perfect sense to rep it. However, for, like, did he word it as white? I think he just said non-black people, for you to be wearing, like, Jamaican flags and stuff just doesn't make sense. Because I saw all this crap about how, like, Maya Jama was getting slack because she was wearing a Somali t-shirt or something. But I honestly had no idea, because I think it is, like, Trinidad and Grenada, which I honestly didn't realise.
But the thing is, like, it's not every time, I don't know if you noticed, but every time Carnival comes about, it always turns into
a culture, like, debate.
Africans versus West Indians, like, is enough now, like, and it gets too much, like, it's so draining, because, like, at the end of the day, Carnival has become so big now, like, Notting Hill Carnival has become so big where you can't really control, like, the roots anymore.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can, in terms of, like, the people that actually run Carnival and do the floats and stuff, you can control what you play, you can control how it's kind of organized. Yeah. But you can't control, is a street party, is literally a street festival, like, you can't control who comes.
Intervene.
You can't control who wears what. If someone comes in, like, their England top, you can't kick them out. No. Like, the only thing you can do is when you're either presenting it or advertising it, make sure it sticks to the roots. That's the only thing. Like,
you can't control the outcome.
Yeah.
No, agreed. And I think it's, like, become, I think we're kind of shifting, because obviously, like, as I don't know if it was the same for you, but, like, I remember as a kid, it was, like, really cool to be Jamaican. Like, that was, like, I had quite, like, it was, like, really cool to be Jamaican. I remember, like, people used to always say to me, they were like, well, you can't be Jamaican because you're not cool. I was a bit, I was a sensitive child. I was very reserved.
But we are cool people, so I
know that's right. But because of the, like, prominence now of, like, Afro beats and African culture, that has, like, taken a bit of a I think being Jamaican is still quite respected in some element.
It kind of has to be, because, like, we've influenced British culture so much.
Yeah,
it's contributed over the years. Like, is kind of is instilled in how we speak, especially in London. Like, is kind of part of the culture now. And it's part of so many of, even in, like, Canada, some places in the US, like, that's kind of how it is. But in terms of the rise in, like, Afrobeats and stuff, there has been, like, a shift, and that's fine. Like, you know, things come in, like, stages and seasons.
I'm happy to indulge and entertain it. Like,
yeah, I don't mind it, because, you know, like, I feel like I'm rooting for anyone that's black. You know, like, I enjoy Afrobeat music, but I always have anyway. So I feel like black people just like to argue amongst each other. That's all it is.
Yeah. And it's very much, I think black people like a debate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we all like to voice our opinions, which is good, but there's a time and a place. And I think sometimes it just isn't necessary. Like, for me, I find it so difficult sometimes trying to, like, embrace my culture, because, like, if I'm being real, like, I love my culture. I really do. But, like, I feel like more time than not, my culture doesn't love me.
It doesn't. Come on.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Jamaican and the gays.
I've met countless Jamaican men that have made me feel a certain type of way for being this way. And they'll be like, oh, like, Jamaica don't claim you, they don't rep you. I'm like, well, if we're being honest, if we're being vulnerable, if we're putting it all on the table, I don't rep you lot. I don't rep the way that you treat me. I don't rep the way you talk about me. And I just think, like, I can't help this. Do you know what I mean? My grandparents are like, they're from there. Like, I'm from there. Do you know what I mean? Like, my roots are in St. Catherine's. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I just think the more that you like voice your opposition and your disagreements with the way in which I live, it doesn't change.
You know what's so funny though? I find the most flamboyant gay men come from Jamaica.
People say this, but I haven't really picked up on that.
I have. Like, the most come from the islands, specifically Jamaica.
I'm trying to think of like the black men that I've messed with, all the black men that I know, and I think, what's their space? I feel like Jamaica. I don't think I have with Jamaicans specifically, but I do understand why that'd be the case, because Jamaicans are very expressive. Do you know what I mean? They're very. I wouldn't call it femininity. I don't think that's fair to say, but they're very abstract. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Very colourful people.
Yeah, very colourful people, and they're very much about like loving and community and unity. Apart from like when it comes to queers,
it's crazy.
It is crazy, and I'm just thinking like I'm just trying to live. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to shove it in anyone's face, even though if I wanted to, I should be allowed to. I'm just literally just trying to get by and just get on with it. But like, and I just think there's so much that Jamaican men do that I don't subscribe to or mess with, but I keep my mouth shut. I'm not talking about how many baby mamas you've got.
Exactly.
I'm not talking about how many women you've hit. But me like
Clark it.
But me liking men is such an issue. Like, come on,
guys. It's a crime, apparently.
Let's switch it up a little bit. Like, there's no need for that energy here.
It's really sad.
It is really sad, and I just think, to be fair, I'm quite fortunate. I've never had that issue with the Jamaicans in my family because my mum is very much like, I will fuck you up. Like, she's very much like, talk bad on him and you're cut, you're done, you're gone. She's always made it very clear to me. She's like, if anyone says or does anything to you, they are gone. You are first.
That's a good woman.
I love you, mum. So yeah. But then I was funny enough, I was talking to my Egyptian friend because they go to Carnival actively. Yeah. I said to them, I was like, what? Obviously, because I said to them, I had to really be careful. I said to them, I was like, so what is it like for the gays there? Because a lot of them are quite colourful, and I remember some friends of mine went and they were like wearing like all like very, very playful stuff. And my person said to me that, like, honestly, it's ignored for the day. It's really strange.
It is. Do you know what? Yeah, it's so funny that you brought that up because I noticed even this year, like, the gays are out. Sorry, the gays are taking over.
As they should be.
And I think is only not allowed. I don't want to say allowed, but is not that frowned upon on those 2 days just because it's Carnival. Everyone's trying to have fun. Everyone's kind of colourful. Everyone's like kind of dressed up in their feathers and shit. So it's kind of like, realistically, most people are just too drunk to care.
So that's where that's what I'm thinking, and I think I mean, I've never heard this from anyone, so I could be making this up completely, but I do think that it could be an opportunity for a lot of those to just go crazy. Is after parties a thing at Carnival?
What, it's all about for gay people?
No, just like in general.
Oh, in general, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I need to go next year. Next year's like my attendee of stuff. Black Pride, Carnival.
Black Pride, I tell you, that's where all the DLs come out.
Really? Like at the actual event?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's dumb because
exactly, it doesn't make sense. Why would you go to, if you're DL, why would you go to a place where literally every gay person's...
That's really silly. And everyone let's be honest, everyone knows everyone in London. That's a really bad move. I know where I am next summer.
Yeah, but they're all there. I'm telling you, they're all there.
Interesting. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah.
They didn't think that one through.
Could they be allies?
They're probably thinking they're going as an ally, but we know.
Yeah, to be fair, I can't imagine any of my straight black friends going to Black Pride.
Some straight people
the girls, not the guys.
Like one of my ex's friends, he's straight, and he went with him.
That's nice.
Yeah, but he's kind of like, he's cool.
Yeah, I love those type of men.
Yeah, they're so chill.
Those are the straight friends that I subscribe to.
Yeah,
even though most of my friends are straight men.
Most of our friends are gay.
I feel like I've definitely found a balance. I think ever since like doing this, it's kind of like helped open the network.
Yeah,
but like, yeah, mine's probably like a good balance.
That's good.
But yeah, a lot of straight men, but like their health. I've somehow managed to find like the healthiest group of straight men.
Oh,
they're very much like.
It's the best.
Yeah. Big up you, man. Okay, let's talk about... This girl's messy, man.
Oh, Ice Spice.
She is. But you know what? So, like, I knew she was messy ever since the Baby Storm shit. I mean,
oh, yeah.
And do you know what? Do you ever listen to her music, Baby Storm?
No.
She is, honestly, she's so talented. I actually think she's better than Ice Spice. Not that it really takes a lot, to be honest, but like she's so good. Because she was like a TikToker before, yeah. So I used to always hear her snippets, and she's just so good. But okay, so let's talk about the drama with Ice Spice going on currently.
Cleotrapa.
Did you know who she was? And I mean that respectfully.
Cleo?
Yeah.
Didn't everyone know?
Do you know who I get her confused? Wait, let me just confirm I'm about the right person.
I knew Cleotrapa way before I knew who Ice Spice was.
This girl. Is that her?
Yeah.
So when people...
Well, not by music. I think music's like a newish thing for her. But she used to be like an influencer, like a comedian on TikTok.
Right, okay. I didn't know that.
And like she was like a good meme for a while. Like she made a lot of like funny videos.
So I thought, when I kept on seeing people say, oh, Cleo this, Cleo that, I thought everyone was talking about that British girl. You know, Cleo, is it Cleo Soul?
Yeah, no, not her, no.
And then like I watched the videos, oh, she looks really different. What's going on? And then did you watch the video? I watched the whole...
6 parts?
I watched the whole 45 minutes.
Of course. I was sad. The same person that watched Do I Know My Husband or something, Who Did I Marry?
Yeah.
You know, the 50 part, I sat and watched all of that.
Honestly, like I think I was ironing whilst I watched it. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning. And my mum was like, who are you talking to? And I was like, just let it be. But honestly, like, I don't even...
I believe everything she said.
Oh yeah, 100%, without a doubt. But I think Ice Spice actually has a bit of an issue with dark-skinned women. If I'm being...
Yeah, she does.
Because there's her and there was Baby Storm. And I just think when I was watching this, right, I just thought you've almost done this to like just be a bitch and just to show who's boss. Because I'm not being funny. When you go on tour with someone, you should be covering their back. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I think the difficult part about this situation is they done it in the most unprofessional way, which in terms of something like a tour, you can't do it like that. There needs to be a contract, especially if you're both like artists with managers and stuff. I think they just took it off as like, yeah, she's my friend, she can come out, or what. But it can't be done like that because there's going to be people in your team that's not going to either agree or, like Cleo said, I'm not in their budget. Fair enough, but I think in terms of Cleo actually accepting it or staying for that long, she shouldn't have, because you shouldn't be somewhere where you're not respected. And granted, Ice Spice did say, you know, I've got you, and she didn't. Clearly didn't. So that's Ice Spice's fault, because how can you just bring someone along and kind of just leave them out to dry? It says a lot about who she is as a person.
Yeah, where's the logic?
But I do think that for next time, Cleo just needs to... And I think because she's a fairly new artist, she's not big or anything. So I think she kind of just expected, you know, my friend who's a big artist is going to say that they got me.
Yeah.
But for next time, just make sure you have things in contract, have things in place. And I think it's also very, very wrong for Ice to tell her the day before.
Yeah,
like, that is mad.
She would have known for a while she wanted her to cop on, and she knew like leaving at last minute would make it difficult for her. And I think
it was a premeditated thing.
Yeah,
definitely.
The bit that shocked me the most was the bit where they were on a coach for 5 hours thinking it was moving, and they woke up, her and the hairstylist, and they hadn't even moved. I thought that is just cruel, because those buses, not that I've been on the tour bus because I'm not talking.
Well,
you can imagine,
cramped.
Then they're not spacious, and I just think she's just cruel. She's just cruel. Like, I think like she's always had like that bad girl demeanor, but like nothing's been confirmed. I don't think it's fair to like have those like to share those thoughts too loudly until like
something happens.
But I just think it's really interesting, because when Baby Storm was going off, everyone was like, oh, you're chatting, that ain't true. And now she's like, look, I told you all, but none of you listened to me. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I definitely thought it was true, just because of like things that transpired after, because apparently she said something about like Doechii or something, then Doechii unfollowed her straight away, and then obviously the whole Nicki stuff, Nicki stopped fucking with her. So things, and obviously she did an interview where she did confirm it basically, but
Spice did.
Yeah, but this was like months after it happened.
Confirming what, sorry?
That the texts were true.
Oh.
Yes.
I want to watch that interview. I haven't seen that.
It was a magazine interview, so it wasn't like a recorded thing. But yeah, there was just too many signs for me to ever believe that it wasn't true. But at the end of the day, she just comes across as one of those people that, because you have money now, you've let Hollywood take you over and think you're... And I think the really sad part about her thinking that is, you're not that respected to be doing all of that. Like,
and it's too early on to be messing around like this.
Yeah, like, this is like your debut era and you're...
fucking it up.
You're acting like this is like your 5th album, or you've been here for 10 years.
Because even though I don't agree with everything she does, Nicki Minaj can bounce back from behaving like that. She's create, do you know what I mean? She's create, like, because obviously she can.
Oh, she can.
She can be a bit loud when she wants to be, but she's created a legacy. There's very much that she could do that would F up her career now, and she's very talented, and I won't take that away from her.
But that's the thing, talent. I'm glad you said it.
She is. Like, she's very talented.
Ice Spice doesn't have the talent to be moving the way she does. It's the same thing with Kanye. Kanye says the most wildest shit ever, and people still listen to his music. Yeah. People still go to his concerts because he's talented.
Very.
So if... Imagine Ice Spice acting like this and you're rhyming munch with lunch and all of these things. Granted, I do listen to her music because she does make bops. I'm not going to lie.
Her music's fun.
It's fun. Like, it's nothing I would ever take seriously or anything. It's just something I'm going to turn up to. But in terms of the actual craft of actual rap, there has to be some sort of respect element. And you don't have that respect because you haven't earned it as a rapper or as an artist, period.
Yeah.
Especially now.
And the album wasn't even that good, if I'm being honest.
It wasn't, like, I found my bops on there, but in terms of, like, this is your debut album.
No. I enjoyed the album with Central City. The song with Central City.
Oh, yeah, I love that song.
Yeah. But
they shot the video in Walthamstow, my area, big up.
Really? Love that.
Yeah.
Did you see her?
No.
Oh. That's a bit poor.
I know. I saw her at Wireless, though.
Are you close?
With me and Ice Spice? No. But I wouldn't want to be.
To be honest, the older I've gotten, the more I hate being near the front. Do you know what it is?
Oh, close. As in, like... Oh, in Wireless, yeah, I was close. I was quite close. I was at the front.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The older I've gotten, the less I like being in the front. People just love to fucking push.
Oh.
And especially when it's like...
Bad. It was bad.
It's I don't know what's worse. I don't actually get bothered when people say, excuse me. I'm like, do you know, whatever. You want to be here that badly, cool, go ahead. It's when, like, you have people... And respectfully, girls are the worst people to be around at festivals because the guys, they're very much like, oh, sorry, mate, push through, sorry, mate, sorry, mate. Girls will literally grab your shoulders, sling you to the left and to the right with no decorum or nothing, happily like hit you in the face as they're going through just to get 2 spots in front. I'm like, come on. I remember, who was I watching at the thing? And I got Ray. I saw Ray at Reading Festival on Saturday. Love Ray, big fan, love her. And I've got incredibly talented, like a goat in the UK.
I saw her at SZA's concert last year.
Yeah, same. Oh, so fucking good. Like I'm here for her. And these girls are literally grabbing my shoulders, doing this and that. And I literally said, I was like, is something wrong? Is something wrong? And like, I was like, literally, all you need to do is ask. I'm actually a pretty cool person. All you need to do is ask.
See, I had that experience at SZA's show, actually. Like, the girls were, I don't know what it was, but I think, especially when you're quite tall, they just think, like, you're tall, I should be in front of you. But
I've queued for longer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, girl, if you can't see, that's not my problem.
And do you know what? I would never do that. Have I ever done that? Maybe when I was younger, but I would never like properly. I'm the type of guy that waits till there's like a dance and jumps in between. Drake's very good for that. I've seen Drake probably 3 times. And Drake obviously has a lot of songs that people like to mosh to, which is really fucking stupid.
See, that's the smart thing. That's how I get to the front.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Like, when Future came on, listen, that mosh pit,
literally, I remember grabbing my brother's hand and I was like, right, come on, mate, quickly to the front. Let's go. But that's not the same as like literally like elbowing people to get to the front. It's just it's not the same energy. But
back to Ice Spice.
Back to Ice Spice, yeah. I'm very concerned for the longevity of her career because she's just announced a Europe tour, and I was quite surprised at how small the venues are.
Really?
She's doing Brixton Academy.
Yeah, she should be. She's not big enough to do O2.
No, but like maybe like a vent in Apollo.
No, she's not. No, because you have to think she's very like. It's not like she had a long lead up to her debut album. It's been very short. So, and yeah, like she just hasn't built up that fan base to do something as big as like an O2 or something. She's only been in the industry for 2 years.
And I think that's why people are so frustrated, because it's like, you've been very fortunate to be very successful very soon. It takes people. Do you know who I always think of, right, when I think of like longevity and like being patient? Victoria Monet. Because how long? She's obviously probably, I don't think she's at the peak because I think she's going to go even higher, but like a very impressive level her career, considering it's been like 10 years in the making, and she's what is she, like 32, 33, something like that? Yeah,
but she was songwriting for
that does seem to be the route, because look at Ray, that was her case as well, and now they're both literally thriving.
SZA as well.
Was SZA a songwriter, was she?
Yeah, she kind of started off as a songwriter and then she just started doing her own music.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, now I know. That's my sister. I love SZA. I think she's excellent.
SZA too,
yeah. Who's the best person you've seen live apart from obviously Nicki?
Beyonce, obviously. Obviously.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Obviously.
Yeah, no.
But you know, SZA's up there. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, I love SZA. I just wish it didn't take us so long to release things. That's my only criticism.
Yeah, let's not get that.
No, yeah, there's not enough time for that. Right, okay. Thank you so much.
We have come to the end.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you for having me.
No, us Caribbeans got to stick together through the thick and thin and the
lowest of the low.
Lowest of the lows. Where can people find you?
Y'all can find me Marley Muir on Twitter or X, if you want to call it that, Instagram, TikTok, and you can find our podcast at Hotwave Podcast on all the socials that I've just mentioned, and YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on like Spotify and all of that jazz. But yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
Likewise, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Right, guys. Oh, jeez. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everyone dearly for making it to the end. It doesn't go unnoticed. It's been a minute. We've been outside for the whole summer, but I'm trying my hardest to be more consistent. But it's hard being me.
Oh,
it's hard being me.
I can imagine. You're famous.
The Pussy Palace Mile might be watching. You're famous. Let's not give him the satisfaction. My name is Jord Hellwood, and this is the Winning Side podcast. And we try to release as often as we can, but things get in the way. You know how it is. We'll be back sooner than later. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. You have been watching two of the baddest Jamaicans in West London.
Bees in the world.
I will see you sooner than later.
Signing out.
And that's what it is. Yeah.